All right, so welcome to everyone on screen and also welcome to everyone here. We just got two devotees just arrived from Heathrow Airport and one other devotee arrived maybe 2 hours ago. And so we are increasing the numbers here in the London Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat in preparation for the anniversary of Mahaprabhu's arrival here. How many years ago? 12-year anniversary, which is on Saturday. And maybe you can't see on the Zoom, on the camera, but this classroom, Prasadam Hall, and the Seva room, this is now beautifully decorated, and the temple is beautifully decorated outside the door. Actually, mostly even in the morning this morning, many people came, and so we are increasing our numbers here in the London mat in anticipation for the festival. And in the meantime, we have come together for this evening's second of three discourses or sharing about the Pancha-tattva. So without further ado, we shall chant our mini Vandanam because we should. It's our auspicious beginning, and then we'll continue from yesterday. Yesterday we gave a lot of kind of theory, if you like, establishing who are the Pancha-tattva, but today we'll hear more about their personality, their nature, and the Pancha-tattva as a whole. What have they come to give us? So lots of more personal things today. So beginning with Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kaupatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratrije Namaha. And then Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We've got so many chanting loudly the Maha Mantra and the mantras, all the mantras. And so now we want to chant and dance as well, because the effect of chanting the holy name makes everybody happy. And if we will chant the holy name under the guidance and shelter of Mahaprabhu and the devotees, then we are assured by Srila Guru Maharaj that all our troubles, whatever troubles you've got, will go away, and we will come to be allowed by the grace of the Lord to enter the land of joy, happiness, and eternity, and not just floating around doing nothing in eternity, being a person, being an individual and active. And all of this has come by the grace of the Pancha-tattva, 5 truths. So yesterday we tried to give something of the foundation that really Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Lord himself, Krishna, in the manifestation showing himself as a devotee. So everything to do with Pancha-tattva is devotion. Krishna wants to show himself, or wants to be a devotee, taste devotion, and he wants to spread devotion. So yesterday we gave the foundation that certainly Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and certainly Nityananda is Balaram himself, the first expansion of Krishna. Krishna himself made another one of himself. But his function is purely for the service of the Lord, so that Krishna, he makes another one of himself so he can just continue worry-free and happily. And even in this world, long time ago, I was told, the art of good management is delegation. Well, Krishna knows the art of good management the best of anyone. Maybe who told me that was a devotee, because Krishna, he delegated everything to Balaram, and then he continued happily. Hare Krishna. So it seems that we are also being broadcast over to India, to Pakistan, to Bangladesh, from within here. And happily, I'm very happy that you've come. Anyway, Advaita Acharya, the Lord himself, the avatar, so it's still same with the Lord. He's not anything less, but he's Advaita Acharya, avatar of the Lord, non-different from Mahavishnu, and he called Mahaprabhu to come. His function was to draw the Lord to come. And then Gadadhar Pandit, the ecstatic energy of the Lord, personified. Everything has personification. Even clouds have personification. So what to speak of ecstasy and happiness. And Srivas Thakur, the devotee, the Lord and his devotees. And Srivas Thakur, the pure devotee, not a recruited devotee, as it were. He wasn't a naughty boy and then became a good boy. He was always a good boy. In other words, the eternal devotee of the Lord. So he's heading the devotee section. Yesterday we tried to give some structure to this and to show how really this is two departments, the Pancha-tattva and Mahaprabhu's Leela, and Krishna, Radha Krishna and Krishna's Leela, two departments in the very highest quarter of the highest plane of the spiritual world, the origin of everything. One is where the Leela is taking place of Radha and Krishna, the other is where the recruiting and the Leela is taking place. And there are many amazing shlokas composed throughout the last 500 years since Mahaprabhu's appearance, and also composed in the last 100 years. In the time of Srila Guru, means composed by Srila Guru Maharaj, composed by Srila Gurudev, and in the very recent time also, verses are manifesting from their pen, from their heart, so that we can understand about the pastimes of Krishna and the entrance to those pastimes through the Pancha-tattva. So anyway, yesterday, this is a little bit of a recap of yesterday, but now, what was the personality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Now we know he was God. So what was his personality? How do we know Mahaprabhu? Well, we know Mahaprabhu from his devotees. And his devotees, his topmost devotees, Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, they had such close relationship with Mahaprabhu that they shared through their diary and through their discussion with others, they shared the innermost heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the happiest person you could ever meet, because he was in the happiness of the service of the Lord in ecstatic love. So you won't meet another person as happy as him. The Lord, he made everything. He made consciousness, and he made consciousness to be happy, not to be suffering. So if we have suffering, we should try to find out, okay, there's something wrong that I'm suffering because I'm meant to be happy. We've come from the Lord. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he is showing undiluted happiness, not to get happiness for an evening and then have the karma that goes to come to bite you afterwards. but to get a kind of nourishing happiness which is fulfilling to the heart. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his nature is that he is the Lord coming as the best devotee. He's coming as an acharya. Acharya means showing by example. And if you will meet when you're walking down from the metro station, the underground station, when you're walking from the underground station to here or something, and you meet someone golden and 2.3 meters tall and chanting down the street, looking very happy, you must kind of think, what is this? What is going on here? And we can see Mahaprabhu's happiness. We can understand there's a special joy taking place. And the thing is that Mahaprabhu was not alone. Mahaprabhu was with also the remainder of the Pancha-tattva, the five truths, the Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, and Srivas Thakur. And so the place of Mahaprabhu's pastimes where we have the Pancha-tattva together very much and principally was in Navadip, which is 9 islands, the holy place. And there in the center of the 9 islands in the shape of a lotus, the lotus petals, in the center is Antadip, Mayapur, where Mahaprabhu appeared. And there with the Pancha-tattva, they engaged in Harinam Sankirtan. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated, one of his functions was to inaugurate the Yuga Dharma, the duty in this age, which is to chant the holy names of the Lord, and in particular to chant the Maha Mantra for Kali Yuga, which is, anybody knows the Maha Mantra for Kali Yuga? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And so he came as the ideal practitioner, is one of his functions, to show how wonderful is devotion and what wonderful things happen if you chant Hare Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Mahavadanyaya, the most magnanimous, the most generous. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had some limit, even though he was the most magnanimous. And sometimes, for instance, he would not want to mix with a king, or some very money-centered man or prestige-centered person like a king. And he would not wish to mix in certain sections the ladies, the kings, the opulent men, the materialists. But he's come to distribute love of God. So just as Krishna, he expands to Balaram, and Balaram does so many things on behalf of Krishna to help people to come to serve Krishna, to help people to serve Krishna. So Nityananda Prabhu, he also comes to help those who are not otherwise able to directly come to be accepted by Mahaprabhu, in the sense of Mahaprabhu, he's keeping the etiquette, which was very strong at that time, of the caste and the culture, the sannyas duties, the sannyas vows, etc. And even though it was only 500 years ago, everything was very much more strict and known to be strict. It was not only Mahaprabhu, it was the culture of the spiritual India before the Western world became so attractive to the inhabitants. And India doesn't just mean what we call today India. It was the whole area covered including Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, and East Bengal, Bangladesh, Bengal, yes, East Pakistan, then was East Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Ceylon. All of this was Indian subcontinent and the Himalayas from Kashmir to Cape Comorin. This was the Lord's pastime place, if you like. So the culture of India was very strong. And Nityananda Prabhu, he came as even more generous than Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna coming himself as the perfect example. And then Nityananda Prabhu, he's coming with his associates. Nityananda Prabhu, he was so generous and magnanimous that he could mix anywhere and everywhere, and he would try to get everyone from the lowest place to come. And if Nityananda accepted them, then this way Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he was obliged, if you like. By Nityananda's grace, we get the grace of Mahaprabhu. And by Mahaprabhu's grace, we get the entrance into Radha Krishna Leela. And everybody here knows the story of Jagai and Madai? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, but we have 5, 6. Welcome. Vijay Krishna, who just arrived also. Even longer journey than coming from Italy. He's come from East London. Hare Krishna. So Prabhu arrived. Anyway, just a quick recap, but I must speak slowly. Yes, sorry, translators. A quick recap about Jagai and Madai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to spread Krishna consciousness. And indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name became, when he took sannyas, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya means consciousness, and Krishna, well, Krishna is Krishna. So Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna consciousness. And Mahaprabhu, he came, one of his aspects of coming was to give Krishna consciousness. And so he said to Nityananda and to Haridas Thakur, he said, you two, you go and you meet the people of Navadip and you tell them about Krishna. Generally at that time, Navadip was the best place of learning. If you wanted to be recognized as a great Pandit, you must get some certificate from Navadip, wherever you've had your education. And in England, something like Oxford or Cambridge, I think American is Yale University, something like this, like the topmost place of learning. So people were very absorbed in learning mundane things, the scriptures, and so many things about all the tricks of the Sanskrit writings. But the Krishna consciousness was almost absent. And it said that it was considered pious if somebody chanted the name of Krishna while they were bathing. Then, oh, they were a pious man. They took the name of Govinda. That's about it. The rest of the time doing all sorts of things. So Mahaprabhu, he told Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, you go and meet the people. So they went, and they would go and they would tell people, chant Hare Krishna. And so they're going under the orders of Mahaprabhu. And then they come across these two drunkards, and infamous drunkards, opposite of famous, very well known, but not in a good way, but in a bad way. And anyway, they told them, you chant Hare Krishna. And they were also powerful people in the government locally. Everyone feared them. But Nityananda is thinking, if we can spread Mahaprabhu's mercy to them, then everyone will know the greatness of Mahaprabhu. Because they means Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. They are coming by the order of Mahaprabhu. So like empowered by Mahaprabhu, you go, you tell people to chant Krishna's name. And then once they tried, then another day they tried, and the second time that they came to try to get them to chant Krishna's name, then Jagai and Madai, they are very abusive to Nityananda and Advaita Acharya. And actually on the first day, they chased them so much. And Haridas Thakur was older in the Leela. He was older generation. And they ran away because they were being chased by Jagai and Madai and running along. But because they were drunk, they didn't quite catch up. But those of you who know this, the pastime of Haridas Thakur, previously he'd been beaten in, I think, 21 marketplaces. They tried to punish him by beating him, where normally 3 marketplaces, maximum 4, somebody would die from those beatings. And Haridas Thakur, he'd been beaten in 21 marketplaces. And then he chastising to Nityananda, saying, why are you so much insisting to deliver those 2 rogues? Today we escaped by good luck because they were so drunk they couldn't keep up with us. But he's saying, in your association, Nityananda, I think I'm going to lose my life now. Before, I didn't have any worry. But now your crazy association. You're young, you can run. But me, I'm an old man and I can't get away so fast. Then anyway, next day they went. And at that time, then Madai struck through a clay pot to Nityananda and cut his head and blood came out. And then news travels fast in Bengal then and now without mobile phones. But the news got to Mahaprabhu that Nityananda had been cut and that blood had come out and had attacked. And Mahaprabhu, receiving this news, was furious that Nityananda had been attacked. And then he went there and even invoked his Sudarshan chakra, which again showing he is Vishnu. We cannot invoke the Sudarshan chakra because we don't have one. No one has a Sudarshan chakra at home or in their pocket, though. Don't come in here armed with the Sudarshan chakra. Anyhow, so another evidence of Mahaprabhu being the Lord himself. He's furious and he's coming to kill them. And Nityananda is saying, no, Mahaprabhu, listen, your incarnation or your appearance at this time is to deliver the fallen souls. If you deliver these 2, you'll be known as you'll be seen as the most magnanimous. Everyone will understand. But Mahaprabhu really wasn't having it too much, and still he was very angry. And then Nityananda, he said, but don't chastise Jagai. Jagai, he protected me. He protected me from a second attack by Madai. And then he protected you. Then that woke up some compassion in the heart of Mahaprabhu to Jagai, because you protected my Nityananda, like this. And then and by this time, when both the drunkards had seen Mahaprabhu so angry, they fell down, wanting some forgiveness, because they're about to be killed. So a little bit of, better straighten up here. But then Mahaprabhu, he showed mercy to Jagai, but not to Madai, and he's furious to Madai. And then Madai, seeing the mercy that Jagai was getting, he became extremely humble and came to his senses. And then Nityananda, he is begging for the grace on Madai as well as on Jagai. So it's by the grace of Nityananda, even who Mahaprabhu wasn't going to give relief to, He gave relief to one, even though he was a scoundrel, but he did something to protect Nityananda. That he gave some relief. But to Madai, he was not prepared to give relief at all, because he'd hit not only his devotee, but who is Nityananda? Yes, they're showing as the devotee, all in the devotee mood, but he's Balaram himself, Krishna's brother, Mahaprabhu's brother in Leela. But Nityananda, by his petition, then Mahaprabhu accepted him. Nityananda said, no, I don't take any offense. They're drunk, this, that, and the other. Please, you give your mercy to him also. So this way, some illustration of the magnanimity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the magnanimity of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda, on so many occasions, then he delivered those who were otherwise undeliverable, if you like. And so we are very happy about this. And Nityananda, therefore, he is recruiting for Mahaprabhu. He's Guru. Nityananda is considered the original Guru, the original spiritual master. As Balaram is considered the original Guru in connection with Krishna, because he's coming to engage and give direction to all different personalities and nature for the satisfaction of Krishna. In Vrindavan, the whole of that spiritual world is populated by devotees, and everything is ultimately under the guidance of Balaram and his extended self and expansions and extensions. So Nityananda Prabhu, then he is recruiting for Mahaprabhu, and who Nityananda accepts, Mahaprabhu he will accept. Maybe a bit begrudgingly, but he will accept, because Nityananda has accepted them. And so Nityananda is considered to be also the original Guru. But Mahaprabhu himself is showing as Guru, because he's teaching by example the service of the Lord, and he's teaching by example exclusive service of the Lord, and with proper behavior. Nityananda perhaps wasn't always with proper behavior outwardly, so he wasn't exactly known as the Acharya type, but he was rather ready to go here and there in order to meet up with the fallen souls and deliver them. So some great magnanimity from Mahaprabhu, some great, inconceivably more great magnanimity from Nityananda Prabhu. And what are they giving? They are giving Krishna Prema, ecstatic love of God. And everybody, from the toothpaste manufacturer to, I don't know what else, the manufacturer of sofas and couches, they're all promising that, oh, you will love our product. Everybody wants love. Love this, love that. But this is not that kind of love. This is ecstatic love of God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed that, and he showed the practice, he showed the result. Nityananda Prabhu also showed that, but Nityananda is recruiting into this department, the generous department of Mahaprabhu. So, eternality and ecstasy, good combination. This was being distributed and practiced by Mahaprabhu, distributed and practiced in his own way by Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda was very magnanimous. Before we come to share a few words, we do try to do some homework, and there are just so much that we can share and say about Mahaprabhu, and his nature, and about Nityananda, his nature, each of the Pancha-tattva, Hare Krishna. But I thought to share Srila Guru Maharaj's composition about Radha, Krishna and Mahaprabhu. And on the altars in the temples established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and mainly also established by Srila Guru Maharaj in Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and by Gurudev in the branches of the mat in Navadip, the branches that's the main center, in Hapanya, in Bamunpara, in Calcutta, 2 different temples, our main temple in Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Dev, and Radha and Krishna. So many of you know this song, the Saraswat Arati, Jayare Jayore, Jaya Gaura Saraswati, this Arati. So you sing it a lot, we sing it a lot, just as we mentioned yesterday. Many of us, we chant thousands of times, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasa Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We chant that, but we have to think what we are chanting and saying, which is one of the reasons why we're having, like, if for nothing else, a refresher, reminder of who are the Pancha-tattva. But here in this one kirtan composed by Guru Maharaj, then we're getting a beautiful expression of the heart of the Lord. The Lord has a heart, not only has a heart, his heart can accommodate the real love, not wishy-washy. Sorry, translators, what's wishy-washy love? Unsubstantial kind of, I don't know what you say about that, but real love, what actually the heart is hankering for, then the Lord's heart can accommodate with full reciprocation everybody in his heart of love and affection. And that is through the relationship of devotion. And hence the Pancha-tattva, they are giving us devotion. They are showing devotion. Without devotion, we will not get love of God. This is repeatedly told. Okay, so Srila Guru Maharaj's words, and our dear translators, it is there. Excerpt number 2. And Hare Krishna. I would love to be able to see all of it nearer. I'm going to just read the translation. Huh? You don't have an excerpt too? And what about the translators?
No.
But why not?
Yes, something no.
You may have to refresh the. Anyway, okay, it's the Kirtan guide. The translators might have to refresh the page. I don't know, but it's there. Anyway, I'm going to read, and the translation is this: all glories to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is intimately connected with Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and is an embodiment of Sri Gauranga's mercy. This is the modern age, the embodiment of Sri Gauranga's mercy. So, you manifested, this is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, you manifested devotional service to Lord Gauranga, which is beneficial to the whole universe. Your pure devotional conclusions are effulgent with absolute knowledge. All glories to Radha, to Sri Radha and Sri Shyama, Krishna, who are combined in one body of Sri Gauranga. So here we have Sri Gauranga, who is on the right side of the altar in respect to the subject, which is Krishna. So from Krishna's point of view, he's on the right side of the altar. And glories to Srimati Radharani, who is on the left side. And glories to him, Krishna, who is in the middle, and who is none other than the supreme cowherd boy, Sri Shyama Sundar himself. I mean, just this one composition we could take some time to go through, but just accept Krishna is there with Radha, and Radha and Krishna are there as Mahaprabhu with them. Then the mellow, the mood of Braja, Vrindavan, is present in Navadip, in a new mood. And when this sweet, loving sentiment is mixed with magnanimity, the generosity, when sweet mood is mixed with generosity, then it shows itself as uniquely beautiful. Madhura rasa, conjugal love, is the essence of Braja Dham, Vrindavan. And the pastimes of Mahaprabhu take it to its highest perfection, which is just amazing in itself, just that comment, that revelation. Earnestly accepting Sri Radha's mood and beauty, he, Mahaprabhu, has taken his place on the right to show his glorious position. And that's, again, etiquette of traditional India, is that from right to left, the senior, less senior, junior, more junior, like that. It goes in that order. And that was still followed in Chaitanya Sarasat Mat, the mat of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, for like honoring prasadam, etc. It would be in that order, just naturally. It's not a kind of an unnecessarily rule. It's natural etiquette and honor. So anyhow, Mahaprabhu is on the right to show his glorious position. Then seeing, now this is more, more wonderful things all the time. Seeing Krishna's mischievous desire to understand the glories of her love, Radharani's love, Krishna's wonderful sweetness that only Radharani can relish through her transcendental qualities, and the happiness she feels from Krishna's sweet love for her, then, so seeing this, Radharani is very pleased, and there is a subdued smile on her face. Sometimes you want to make a big smile, but keep it as a subdued smile. So Radharani is seeing Krishna's mischievous desire to understand her feelings of devotion to him. Then in the middle of the 1, 2, 3 is Krishna, is Vanshidha, playing the flute. Vanshidha is playing his flute, thinking. So what's Krishna thinking? Thinking that only by the wealth of Radharani do I become Gauranga Sundar. So Guru Maharaj is telling us, the thinking of Radharani, the thinking of Krishna. And then still Krishna is thinking. So he's playing his flute and he's thinking this. My most cherished form is revealed in the temple of Radharani's heart. My most cherished form is revealed in the temple of Radharani's heart. And that highest manifestation of myself can be attained only by worshipping Gauranga. This is Krishna thinking in this way. Then coming back to the text and the explanation by Guru Maharaj. By the Lord's divine arrangement, the supreme savior of the fallen souls appeared in Nadia, which is the district of Navadip, as the most beloved Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This type of divine worship of Mahaprabhu is beyond the vision of even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. And only by receiving the mercy of a devotee of Lord Gauranga can one attain such perfection. Then the next verse is listing such devotees who have got that special treasure, that perfection. Sri Swarupa Ramananda Rupa Sanatan, Sri Raghu, Sri Jivadi Krishnaya, Jivadi Kripaya Deke Bhakta Jana. So only by the mercy of all of those souls, Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Ramananda Roy, Sri Rupa, Sri Sanatan, Sri Raghunath, and Sri Jiva and their associates, Adi, do the devotees attain that vision. They have that high vision, and only by their mercy do the devotees also get that vision. All glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga, Sri Radha Govinda Sanda. O devotees, always sing their eternal glories. Hare Krishna. So something of the inner heart of who is Mahaprabhu and what he is giving, why he is giving like this. And Nityananda Prabhu is bringing us to this Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda in Nitai Pada Kamala, Koti Chandra Shushitala, in various of the songs composed by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it's recorded how he's going door to door begging people, just take the name of Gauranga, the holy name. Yes, the holy name, many holy names, but take Gauranga's holy name and I will be sold to you. I give you my mercy. You'll get Krishna Prema, all these things. Anyway, so how wonderful is Nityananda? How wonderful is Gauranga Mahaprabhu? And Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya, he was of Haridas Thakur's generation. In Krishna Leela, you've got his mother, his father coming first, those who are in the Leela, who are filled with parental affection for the Lord. You've got also the older generation. Krishna doesn't just come and everyone's his age. He's got the older generation as well as his generation and the younger generation too. Mahaprabhu, Krishna teases the babies sometimes, the ladies. Doesn't. Anyway, so before Mahaprabhu comes also, then his earlier generation, they're coming. And this is all part of Leela. Everything is arranged, and it's arranged by not Mahamaya, but Yoga Maya, which is all under the direction of Balaram for his Leela. So Advaita Acharya is the Lord himself who creates everything, but Advaita Acharya, he is coming in so Mahavishnu, who creates everything essentially in the world, Mahavishnu lying on the causal ocean. That same Mahavishnu is Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya, an incarnation of Mahavishnu as a devotee. Krishna as a devotee is Mahaprabhu. Balaram as a devotee is Nityananda. Advaita and Mahavishnu as a devotee is Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya, being the older generation, he, with sincere, eager prayer to his Lord, to the Lord, even though he's an avatar, he praying to the Lord. In other words, it's not they're all one and the same. There is all variety of personality. And he saw the forgetfulness of the people, of the proper goal of life. He knows that maybe enjoying now with wine and all these other things, but it's just going to bring them much suffering, more births, lower births in order to repay the debt which comes into society. All of these things. So Advaita Acharya, seeing the bad condition at that time, is praying to the Lord, only you can change the hearts of these people, and with Ganges water and tulsi leaves, and his heartfelt prayer, then Advaita Acharya, greatly compassionate to us, again, all to reach to the fallen souls, if you like, for the people of this world, greatly compassionate. He's praying to the Lord, please, you yourself come and set again the path of religion in its proper way. And Advaita Acharya, by his melted heart of compassion, his intensity, satisfied the Lord with a simple offering of Ganges water and tulsi leaves, and the Lord descended. And if you ever want to make yourself happy, then you sing or read the description in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita of the Lord's appearance and after he appeared. Like someone can say, you can find the chapter number, I don't recall it straight away. But Mahaprabhu's appearance, when you read this or sing this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's a great, great joy. And Advaita Acharya, when he understood in his heart that the Lord had appeared as Gauranga, Mahaprabhu, that is Gauranga in Navadip, even though he was many kilometers away in Shantipur, he knew in his heart the Lord had come. And he and Haridas Thakur, then they were being both of the older generation, and they already, they were devotees already. Of course, Haridas Thakur chanting 300,000 names of the Lord every day, which is almost impossible for any of us to do. And Haridas Thakur and Advaita Acharya, they were dancing and chanting. And Haridas Thakur wasn't so sure why, but Advaita Acharya was quite sure why. But chanting and dancing is infectious. So Haridas Thakur, he is the Nama Acharya. We mentioned about Acharya, showing by example. Nama Acharya. So Advaita Acharya was the older generation, as it were, in the Leela. And by compassion for us, he drew the Lord here to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all his associates, with Nityananda Prabhu. And then the fourth personality, or Mahaprabhu plus 4 equals 5. The fourth means we've had Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda, Advaita Acharya. Oh, we didn't mention Gadadhar Pandit. Oh, well, Gadadhar Pandit, to know his nature, because today we're sort of trying to get to know their nature a little bit, not just to know the kind of the facts of their reality, truth. 5 truths, the truth about them, the truth. Absolute truth is God. Absolute truth, Krishna. Reality, the beautiful. And so the nature of Gadadhar Pandit, he's the devotional energy, he's the energy of the Lord. And he is entirely conscious only of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu means Radha Krishna, but he's always thinking of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he went to school with him. He was that same age bracket within the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, then he went to Puri, and he also took sannyas, went to Puri and took kshetra sannyas to stay with Mahaprabhu. And Guru Maharaj, Srila Maharaj, Guru Maharaj describes Gadadhar Pandit, that he is Radharani in Mahaprabhu's Leela, but Radharani after having given her heart and her luster, her golden luster, to Krishna. What is left? That is Gadadhar Pandit. So Radharani, and his heart, he engaged not like Nityananda. Nityananda was very eager to go out, and he was boisterous, not sure if that's the right word, energetic to go to deliver, such as Jagai and Madai and take that kind of challenge. But Gadadhar Pandit, he's given everything to Krishna. Krishna has become Mahaprabhu, and Gadadhar Pandit, only in his very sweet and gentle way, in service to the Lord, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he would worship in Jagannath Puri a deity called Gopinath. And that Gopinath deity is still in Puri, but as an example of his gentle, continuous, full-hearted worship of the Lord, then that Gopinath deity, when Gadadhar Pandit was older and still worshipping the deity, but the deity is tall and standing, and he wants to every day do the worship and the bathing ceremony, everything, and then garland the Lord. But he couldn't reach up to garland anymore because his body was old. And then he settled, how can I continue the service? So he settled after many days that, okay, now I'm going to hire a professional priest. I'll hire someone and they will take over the worship. So that they'll put the garland like this. And then that very next day was the day when the new priest was due to start. But when Gadadhar woke up in the morning to go to the temple room, there he found that Gopinath, Krishna, he knelt down, he sat down so that he could still garland him. And he had some dream as well. Oh, Gadadhar, from Krishna, Gadadhar, don't end my service. Your service is, I'm here for your service, to accept your service. So I'll sit down for you. And in the morning he came, and there was Gopinath, and until today, kneeling or sitting, I'm not sure, but low. Anyway, and Gadadhar Pandit would read to Mahaprabhu Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam, it is all to bring us to understand the glories of Radha's love for Krishna. Of many love for Krishna, but the topmost love of Radharani to Krishna. And so, who is reading Srimad Bhagavatam to Mahaprabhu with Radharani? Gadadhar Pandit. So his nature, everyone has a different nature. Every manifestation of the Lord has a different nature. And Gadadhar Pandit is the Lord's energy, the energetic and the energy. And in that very gentle worshipping nature, and heartbroken in separation when Mahaprabhu, for instance, went to Vrindavan, then he wanted to accompany him all the way. And very intense, pitiful, almost a pitiful description given in Chaitanya Charitamrita when Mahaprabhu forbade him to come with him to Vrindavan. No, Gadadhar Pandit, you've taken Kshetra Sannyas, you must stay in Puri, don't come with me, like this. But when finally the separation came, Gadadhar completely fainted, fell down, and with much difficulty, and maybe it was Swarup Damodar, I think, but with much difficulty the devotees got him back to his temple and service in Puri, like that. So Gadadhar Pandit, extraordinarily, 2,000 million% devotee, what can we say? Full-hearted devotee. And then the last of the Pancha-tattva, but not last in the sense of, first and last, but the other, Srivas Thakur, sometimes called Srinivas. But when you hear Srinivas, in his relation, it's not the same as Srinivas Acharya, who was a different personality. Srinivas, the fame of Srinivas Shyamananda, and Narottam Das Thakur. Is that right? Srinivas, Narottam, yes. So, but Srivas Thakur is in his house, so he's the devotee. He's heading all of the devotee section. He's the eternal pure devotee. For one who is with Krishna, an eternally liberated soul. And he is that the best of all eternally liberated souls. So not a recruited soul, but coming Mahaprabhu's associate. So 5 truths. One of the truths is the jiva souls. And the devotee, he's that very example of the devotee. And he was a householder. And he showed how to be a householder and a devotee. And in his home is where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his Sankirtan movement and his chanting and dancing. This is in the home of Srivas Thakur. And he must have had some wealth, I mean, householder, but he had a compound wall. And within this compound wall, then the devotees every evening would come and gather together. And this was at a certain, this was at a certain time in Mahaprabhu's Leela after he'd gone to Gaya. We can't give the whole history of every circumstance. But it was in Srivas Thakur's home that Mahaprabhu started the Sankirtan. And in Srivas Thakur's house, glorious kirtan, uproarious kirtan, which went to the edge of the universe and which disturbed the minds of the atheists who lived all around. And then they made all kinds of threats, this, that, and the other, but Srivas Thakur hosting Mahaprabhu. And then finally, when heavy threats came from outside and the local Qazi, the ruler, threatened the devotees in their homes and said, no, don't you chant this Hare Krishna, don't chant Krishna name, and smashed a mridanga and made a ruling, no one can chant in this town. Then from within Srivas Thakur's compound, then Mahaprabhu's, he said, I'll show the Qazi. And so he then brought from privately, having their own like private circle of kirtan, came out from Srivas Thakur's home, drew all of the devotees together, carrying torches, carrying these poles with the oil lamp or oil cloth at the top. And from there we came out on the streets with Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Namaha, and went to the Qazi's house. And from then on, then the Sankirtan movement has continued all over the world, even to London. What did you say? Oh, no, okay. A squeak from the audience. Anyhow, that's Srivas Thakur. And I've got lots of things here, but there's no time to read any of it. Hare Krishna. Oh, well, devotees, I mean, this is my hope to at least try to give some feeling of knowing Mahaprabhu, knowing Nityananda, knowing Advaita Acharya, knowing Gadadhar Pandit, knowing Srivas Thakur, knowing the Pancha-tattva, not just as, God in different forms. That sounds a bit kind of cold. But the nature. And we can't understand everything. How can we understand? It's not possible. So, achintya bhed abheda tattva. It is inconceivable, one and the same. Oh, one and different. What? Inconceivable, one and different. Yeah, time to stop talking, isn't it? Sorry, translators. I know I did a bad job of slowing down. Pianists, they have a metronome, tick-tock, tick-tock. I should get a metronome and speak to the slowness of the metronome. That fan was extraordinarily noisy. And we have roots in India. No one in here feels hot. Come on. Hare Krishna. And in Navadip, by the way, I've been seeing these days 34 degrees, 34 degrees. It's anyway all over the world. People say, oh, the weather's not like it used to be. But what isn't like it used to be is it never used to be possible to have this kind of a gathering with all the devotees everywhere. to have easily accessible Chaitanya Charitamrita recordings of great saints, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, their recordings, having the books written in our language, international language. I know, sorry, it's being translated, but English is kind of very straightforward language for expressing things. We don't have to go to try to find the hidden meaning within the, like the Sanskrit or sometimes the Bengali verses. But Mahaprabhu, he chose to come to Bengal, where the language is quite similar to Sanskrit, but very much like simplified Sanskrit. So those who do know about languages, then they understand that Bengali is much easier to learn than Sanskrit. And so Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, they presented books in Bengali for the general people so they can understand about Mahaprabhu, about the Pancha-tattva, about the fortune of Krishna Prema is coming from the Pancha-tattva, and we can't come direct to Krishna. We come through his devotees, and especially we come through his absolutely best devotees. That is when the Lord in his fivefold aspect is coming to this world, each of them as devotees. And we have got this opportunity right now, so it's never been like this before either, that we've got this opportunity, this connection all over the world, the possibility to connect in that current of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. Hare Krishna. Well, my goodness. Well, I can't, is that 20? Yeah, okay. Should I read? Should I read a few verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita? Am I allowed?
Yes.
Looking on the screen, some nodding. Savitri is nodding. We got different devotees nodding on the screen. Okay, a few verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And well, some of them you know, and then some of them. Okay, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So dear translators, excerpt number 7. Excerpt number 7. So Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. And this is just a bit small for me to read. Sorry. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Sri Balaram. Okay, I won't read all of the Bengali because we don't have time. But so this is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. It's Adi Leela, chapter 5, text number 4. 4, 5, 6 anyway. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the fountainhead of all incarnations. Avatari, this we were discussing yesterday. And Lord Balaram is Krishna's second body. So this is Chaitanya Charitamrita. These two are one and the same identity. They differ only in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. Then say Krishna Nabadipe Sri Chaitanya Chandra, say Balaram Songe Sri Nityananda. So that original Krishna appeared in Nabadip as Lord Chaitanya, and say Balaram, that Balaram, appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. Then apane korena Krishna Leela sahaja Shrishti Leela kaja kore dhari chari kaya. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna, and he does the work of creation in 4 other forms. Okay, he executes the order of Lord Krishna, so this is Balaram, in the work of creation, and in the form of Lord Shesha, he serves Krishna in various ways. In all the forms, he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. Then, that same Balaram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Lord Gaurasunda. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is non-different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. And that is Pancha-tattva Krishnam, Bhakta-rupa Svarupakam. So that's a little bit about Mahaprabhu, and briefly about Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 6, Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Ja Srijatyadaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishvara. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. And I'd love to read you the verses, but we really don't have this time now. And because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he's called Acharya, Advaita Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. Sri Advaita Acharya is indeed directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. His glory is beyond the conception of ordinary living beings. Oh, I have to skip a few of these because there are too many. I'm sorry. Oh, but wonderful verses. You can read the whole of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is very wonderful. And this chapter 6 is all about Advaita Acharya. Then Gadadha Pandit, one verse about Gadadha Pandit. Boro Shaka Gadadhara Pandit Gosai, Teho Lakshmi Rupa Tara Samakehanai. No one else like him. Gadadhar Pandit is a big branch of the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya being the trunk, and this is described as an incarnation of the pleasure potency of Sri Krishna. No one, therefore, can equal him. Okay, I better end there, right? I'm going to end there. Because there's just so many things. Okay.
Maharaj, we've got 2 questions come through, and they're lovely questions, but we might have to save them for tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to read some more. Okay, I'm just going to read a little more. Sorry about that. But this is, I've given the excerpt. I'm not sure where the chapter's from. Oh, sorry about that. But it's, for the translators, it's the little title, big bold, says Pancha-tattva. Sorry, I got to bring this a bit nearer to me because it's a little bit too small to see. Okay, we're ready. Ja sabaloya prabhura nitya bihara, ja sabaloya prabhura kirtana prachara, ja sabaloya korina prema asvadana, ja sabaloya dana kore prema dhana. Because this is a super beautiful verse here in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. The internal devotees or potencies are all eternal associates in the pastimes of the Lord. only with them does the Lord advent to propound the Sankirtan movement. And only with them does the Lord taste the mellow of conjugal love. And only with them does he distribute this love of God to people in general. And then again, say Pancha-tattva mili prithivi asya purva prema bhandarera mudra ughadiya panche mile lutte prema kore asvadana jata jata piye trishna barhe anukshana. The characteristics of Krishna are understood to be a storehouse of transcendental love. Although that storehouse of love certainly came with Krishna when he was present, it was sealed. But when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with his associates of the Pancha-tattva, they broke the seal and plundered the storehouse to taste transcendental love of Krishna. The more they tasted it, the more their thirst for it grew. Sri Pancha-tattva themselves danced again and again, and thus made it easier to drink nectarian love of Godhead. They danced, cried, laughed, and chanted like madmen, and in this way they distributed love of God. One more verse. In distributing love of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates did not consider who was a fit candidate and who was not, nor where such distribution should or should not take place. They made no conditions. Wherever they got the opportunity, the members of the Pancha-tattva distributed love of Godhead. Okay, I've already said I'm going to stop here. But there are more verses. It's Chaitanya Charitamrita, the most important book ever to see the light of day. Hare Krishna. Sorry, too late. You have a question? Huh? I think we do have questions, by the way. Dear ones, sorry, Munindra Mohan Prabhu, for stealing your expression, but it's a beautiful expression. Dear ones. Govinda, Govinda.
Yes,
So I'm sitting here, I'm at your service. Huh?
We have two questions that came through online and then one from Samin. But
Okay.
we will.
You manage the questions and the answers. I'll have it.
Mukunda Vilas Prabhu is asking, Dear Maharaj, please tell us the pastime of Guru Maharaj and his special relationship with Nityananda Prabhu and how the mat started.
Oh my goodness. Prabhu, I'm happy to, but I think that on this occasion we need to put this in the future subject box, if you like, because really it's a little bit too wonderful to just skip over. But it is by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu that Chaitanya Charitamrita appeared. It is by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu that Chaitanya Bhagavat appeared. It is by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu that Sri Chaitanya Saraswat manifested. It is by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu that Guru Maharaj distributed those seeds of love of God in prime form coming from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And this is the glory. We come to Krishna consciousness actually through the Guru and Gauranga. And Nityananda is the original Guru, and we have to come in this proper channel. If we want to do anything in this world, we have to find the proper way to do. And so Guru Maharaj, the perfect disciple of Srila Saraswati Thakur, he knows that we must come to Nityananda. He begged Nityananda, begged means he asked permission from Nityananda to settle for his retirement in Navadip, and Nityananda gave his blessing in a certain way. So anyhow, in brief, this is what took place. Guru Maharaj went to Ekachakra, to the place of Nityananda Prabhu, with all his belongings, which were books, and first went to Nityananda before settling in Navadip. But this is brief.
And we have one more question from Rajini. She's saying, Dandava Pranam, dear Madhusudan Maharaj and all dear devotees. Can we chant the Pancha-tattva mantra anytime and anywhere? Is there any rule to follow to avoid committing aparadh?
Okay, the answer is yes, you can chant the Pancha-tattva Mahamantra anytime, anywhere. And, well, we should always try to avoid making offense. And offense to the holy name, the Pancha-tattva, you're chanting the holy names of the Lord. So avoid the 10 offenses to the holy name. But still, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda and the Pancha-tattva, they are very generous. But that doesn't mean that we will neglect trying to follow the directives to avoid the 10 offenses to the holy name. But our main chanting will be the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This has been given, what we are chanting on our beads. Guru Maharaj was asked about, can we chant the Pancha-tattva mantra on our beads? And Guru Maharaj said, no, your initiated mantra for repetition as your japa is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But this is all coming through the Pancha-tattva as we are getting a little more idea day by day when we're seeing that how the Pancha-tattva are distributing Radha Krishna Leela. And so we will follow the style, or the etiquette, as it were, the instructions of our Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and our Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, who are following that guidance, that instruction from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he is the great reformer of recent time to set the standard for our generations of what we chant, when we chant, how we chant, etc. But all the time, any time can chant Pancha-tattva Mahamantra, yes. And one question here, a microphone is wandering.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj. You mentioned about the etiquette of people in positions from right, well, that side, right to left. That is, that applies to the deities as well as the people. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, then, so why Pancha-tattvas? They're not, Lord Chaitanya's in the middle and the others.
Oh, okay. There you are. There's one of the many questions that immediately. Okay, why they are shown like that? I can say why in the sense of we know Srila Prabhupada showed in that way. Now, I don't know the origin of how everything. Oh, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is showing in that way. The evening Sandhya Arati, he's describing in that way. So, I mean, you have a good question. We can't harmonize everything in that sense because there we have Mahaprabhu in the middle, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur has had a vision in this way and has described it. Dakine Nitai Chan Bame Garadhara. Then Nikate on each side, there are Advaita Acharya. Garadha, and on our Advaita Acharya and Srivas Thakur. Yes, good question. Sorry, I can't answer it. Except, when we've been given something by our masters, I mean, this is my answer. it's not the answer about, you know, the technical side, if you like. But for us, what our gurus have given us, knowing them to be really the standard bearers, we're happy with that. And we're also happy with Guru Maharaj explaining about Krishna and Radharani, and then on their right is Mahaprabhu to show his special position. We're also happy with that. So devotees can be happy. Anyway, Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm going to look on my screen now. I know we've got the big screen here, but I've got the screen here. Oh, sorry, translators. I know I was terrible today. Yeah. Anyway, happily, I can say we're happily sharing and happily given this opportunity. And on these topics, which are, we can say fundamental, but they're the very nature of what we say, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the channel that's been given by our masters. So these topics, they're wonderful things. They should be discussed. And you know, we know, just talking with devotees, that everyone doesn't know everything. We also don't know everything. But I mean, some of the basics, basic things. So we have some opportunity to share. And if it's repetition and you don't learn anything, that's also fine. We're repeating something which is good for us to repeat. Repetition of something good is also good. We are repeating, after all, the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're not repeating many mantras. And this is what Srila Guru Maharaj explained. So when we are repeating some glories of the Pancha-tattva, then it is good to repeat. Hare Krishna. Oh, Suya. Krishna. Okay. Dear devotees at home and in the temples around the world, really very happy that you're here. And it's been a little longer today, but we're trying to finish by the top of the hour. So we'll continue with singing. And yesterday, how was the audio of the singing yesterday? Was it terrible or was it passable?
Good.
Was it okay? Okay. What?
It's us, sorry, Gopal. You always do this.
Oh, Hari Gopal was always very honest. Oh, 2 thumbs up from Hari Gopal Prabhu. Okay. Then whatever settings you had for the microphone yesterday, and whoever was playing the mridanga and kartals, you were playing softly, I think. We would follow the same as yesterday, and maybe just 4 verses of Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, so that we don't keep everybody up very late. Oh yes, Keshwanand was here sitting very... The devotees over here are fighting over who's not volunteering to sing, but who can back push the most from singing. They're humbly fighting. We don't mean it. I mean, beautiful competition of humility, actually.
You ready?
It says the sound was very good.
Very good. Then, changing over.
Okay, but who's going to sing then? Abhinava. All right, dear devotees.
Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha.
Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopa Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopa Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Marana Mohan.
Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita
Radha Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Radha Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath
Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath
Shri Diva Gopala Bhakta Rasa Raghunath
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo.
So Abhinav,
So you're back on.
oh, okay, I'm on. So I am deaf. Well, I'm here with the microphone. So Jai Srila Gurudev Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakhak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Om Vishnupad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Bhaga Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Advaita Acharya Ki Jai. Shri Garadha Pandit Ki Jai. Shri Srivas Thakur Ki Jai. And all the Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. That includes you all, the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Navadeep Dham Sarvadharma Sar, of all the Dhams, the chief Ki Jai. And Jai Shri Yogapit Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Sarasat Matin Koladeep Ki Jai. Aparada Bhanjane Pat Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Kund Ki Jai. Shri Giriraj in Govinda Kund Ki Jai. Saparika Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ki Jai. And Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. And all the worldwide devotees, participants, and those who are with us, those who see in the recorded version, to all of you, special joys and much appreciation. Then together, let us go quickly on the boat home to Krishna. Tomorrow we'll hear some more, and especially about the relevance to us, how our life can become truly successful by the grace of the Pancha-tattva. So tomorrow to be continued, and we'll maybe try to give a bit more time for feedback, because tomorrow will be the last in this 1, 2, 3 series. So more to come, much more can be said. Appreciate you all. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Srila Bhakti-Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai. All the translators ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you.
Shanti, 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 om. On Govinda Nam Sankirtanam, in remembrance of all of our Tamil devotees, the South India friends, South African devotees, ending everything, any program with Govinda Nam Sankirtanam.